Higher education is changing rapidly, and it's transforming how teaching and learning professionals work. Adapting to new technologies and teaching styles is challenging, but it's also driving more flexibility and creating new ways to engage students. As colleges and universities face big changes in higher ed, it's critical to understand how teaching and learning professionals are feeling and responding. Their insights help surface the support they really need to grow in their roles and keep supporting students. That's exactly what the 2025 Teaching and Learning Workforce Report explores. Taken from a survey of teaching and learning professionals in higher education, this report highlights their perspectives on a range of topics, including flexible work options, workplace technologies, professional development, workload, mental health, and more. Flexible work arrangements have become increasingly important in higher ed to help everyone, staff and faculty included, stay productive and feel better, while still making sure student needs are met. In fact, the most commonly reported benefits were improved work-life balance, increased job satisfaction, and higher productivity. While certain job roles and responsibilities may make it more challenging to accommodate flexible work arrangements, respondents were frustrated by inconsistent access to work options with critical benefits, especially when the inconsistency felt arbitrary. Productivity tools have definitely made work more efficient and flexible, but they've also added to the constant stream of information and distractions we're all trying to manage every day. Over the past year, productivity tech has introduced challenges, including an overwhelming volume of digital communication, increased distractions, and difficulties keeping up with new systems and tools. Respondents emphasized the need for better strategy and communication when implementing a new technology to improve work productivity. The majority of respondents said their workload is excessive. When asked what their institutions have done to address excessive workloads, 37% indicated that no action has been taken. That number jumped to 46% at mid-sized schools, suggesting that these institutions might be struggling the most to support staff dealing with increased workload demands. Some of the creative solutions respondents offered to help manage these excessive workloads include regularly evaluating priorities and dropping what's not essential, being upfront with staff and staffing decisions, challenges and needs, and better planning for projects with realistic timelines. Roughly a third of respondents have applied for a new position in the past 12 months. Top reasons people are thinking about leaving their job include feeling unsupported by leadership, being underpaid, hitting a career growth wall, and burning out. Even though turnover wasn't a big problem for most departments, there is still an opportunity to improve how institutions plan for staff transitions. Leadership and supervisor support is critical to mental health. When asked about their mental health and well-being in their current role, most respondents reported that it was fair to excellent. However, a notable portion reported poor or very poor mental health. Respondents clearly recognized the impact of leadership support on their mental health. In fact, a higher percentage of respondents said it was important to their mental health than factors like workload, sense of community and belonging, or job security. To help mental health and well-being efforts, many respondents said leadership needs to be more open and honest about things like budget cuts and reorganizations. They said that talking about the importance of mental health doesn't mean much when nothing's done about burnout and heavy workloads. According to respondents, departments felt much more welcoming and inclusive than the institutions as a whole. Critical barriers to fostering a welcoming environment include lack of trust with leadership, silos, and lack of collaboration with other areas, and a distributed workforce. Ongoing professional development is key for teaching and learning professionals to keep up with new technology methods, stay ahead of technology changes, foster innovation, and improve student outcomes. Using emerging technologies, integrating educational technology tools, and adapting curriculum design and instructional methodologies to incorporate new technologies and trends were top priorities for professional development. Amid widespread burnout and heavy workloads among teaching and learning professionals, institutions must employ strategic thinking and creativity to design professional development opportunities that are both accessible and impactful to sustain growth without further straining their workforce. As institutions continue to grapple with the many shifts facing higher education, they must continue investing in the people stewarding the student experience, those who thoughtfully guide, nurture, and sustain student learning and success to ensure its long-term impact. Explore the full 2025 Teaching and Learning Workforce in Higher Education report